would have tell that where I have born, I have created this much, this many species I have been created by me. But there is no example of that. No one can say that this God created these things. All has been created by the single power. Single power only created all these things. So what I tell is that we are here for just 10 to 20,000 days or 25,000 days living in this world. Comparing to the life of the universe, we are just living for a very little span. So in this span, we should pray to the God. When He is testing us with poverty and all these things, we should pray to that God. God, save me. In any language you can ask, no problem, no issues. God, Allah, all the same. Bhagwan, Kadavul, Devam, Yehovah, whatever the words which you use are the same. But in your mind, no image should come. No image should come. If the image is coming, then our life will be a failure. There is no chance for us to come back and recreate our vision that we have made this mistake. We'll do it perfectly, because no one has returned from there. There is life only once. There is only one exam in our life. So in this life, with a great affection to you, I am telling you, just try to understand, try to study, not understand, try to study yourself, that whatever we see is not God. If you are trying to working out that, you can get the answer that they are not God. So, if I am telling like this, how can you believe like that? You may say that this is your belief. How can we believe that? It is your belief like that. And it is right that if I am telling that it is this thing is wrong, how can you believe? Right? You have to study yourself. So, I'll give an example which will clarify these things. For example, if I am a person working in a company, if I take money from that company, if I am in the cash, I am a cashier, and if I take some money from that cash or do some mischiefs in the accounts and other things, my mind won't say that this is a huge mistake. In my mind will say that the boss is earning this much money, I am taking a little bit. That's not a big mistake. That is not a big sin. That is not a big crime. But if anyone is working in a company, in our company, and if we are a boss, and if we found any person taking some money or cheating with accounts or doing something mischief, we won't forgive. Our mind won't say, oh no, let it run, no problem, no issues. Our mind won't do like that. We will definitely never forget about that worker. We will definitely don't forget. We will definitely don't forgive. We will definitely catch him and will take action against him. But if we do the same thing, our mind will say that this is not a big mistake. If anybody other person is doing, our mind will say that this is a big mistake. In the same way, all the things in the world, which is right and which is wrong, has been saved in our mind. All the person's mind by the God. All the person's mind have which is the right and which is wrong. But if he is trying to learn, if another example also I can give. Lot of examples. If I am a drunkard, if I am drinking and making problems to my liver and other things, I may not think that this is a big mistake. If my son is trying to do the same thing, we won't accept. No, this is not good for your health. How can the same thing, when he is doing it wrong and I am doing right, how can the same thing happen like that? In the same way, all these things, if anybody do anything against us, we cannot forgive them. But if we do anything other against them, we will say no, let them forgive. Same way, lot of examples I can provide, that whenever same thing done by others, we will say that this is a huge mistake, a huge crime. But the same thing if we do, our mind will say that this is not a problem. This is not a big mistake. Right? In this context, I am explaining you one thing, that if somebody is bringing a statue of some god, and he is telling that this is the daughter of God, the person who is doing the statue worshipper, idol worshipper, in his mind he won't express his feeling to the other person who has come, but in his mind he will say, no, this is manipulation, this is done by him, this is not God's daughter, there is no proof like that. But if he is doing the same thing, he may say that this is the son of God, but in his mind it will say that this is correct. How can the same thing, if some other person is making a statue, that is wrong in our mind. If we pray to the same statue which we believe is God, our mind is saying this is God. How can the same thing? How can the same thing, one is wrong for others and how it can be right for us? So if it is wrong, everything is wrong. In the way that statue worshipping is wrong according to the statue worshipper. One statue worshipper's God cannot be accepted by the other statue worshipper. So, in reverse, if we consider all these things, if they are ready to think about themselves, okay, if they bring a statue, it is not God, means if I bring a statue also, this is also not God. So if anybody is trying to study, anybody is using his brain, he can find the truth, and God will drive him to the truth, that there is a God which nobody has seen, and all the assumptions in the world are a manipulation which God doesn't forgive. The person who goes with this belief and dies, he will be in heaven forever. So with huge affection to you, I am telling you, just try to study. It is not that you should have to believe that I have told you. You should have to study yourself. When you study, you will find the truth. Then, these things should be followed by you compulsorily, according to me. But the rest of the thing now which I am going to say you can follow or discard. That's not issue, but to your remembrance I am putting you. If a person is planning that I will worship only this God, he enters into a religion, and that religion is called peace, which in Arabic is called Islam. So the person enters the faith or religion of Islam. And if you want to know more about this Islam, you have to study the Quran and the way the Prophet's life explained all these things. Prophet's life is an example for this Quran. You should not see the person, you should not see the Muslims living around you, and you cannot be able to find the exact Islam. So if you want to know about this Islam, you study this Quran and the life of the Prophet Muhammad. You will find peace in your mind. That is, pray to the single God, no fear, nothing will happen. That is the name of the religion. This is the message which I delivered in the last. Is a message. If you want, you can, otherwise no problem, discard. But the thing which you should not discard, is that you should have to worship a God in whatever the name you worship, but don't worship any idols. Don't in our mind, no idol should come. If idol is coming, our life will be a failure. Our life is very simple. If we are living for 60 to 70 years, just 25,000 days only we are living. That too, 0.5% we are in the sleep. Then from 10 to 20 years we are in the youngsters. from 20 to 60 or 70 only. So only a little less than 10,000 days we are living with our prime. In this 10,000 years, why are we going to make a statue and comparing the God to these things? God is there, no one has seen, we will pray to that God, then we will have peace in mind, no issues, nothing will happen to us. Even if we die in the road, even if we are poor, if we become a beggar and died in the road, that doesn't stop us getting into the heaven, because the belief is the only test. That is, God is testing us, whether He is praying to me or not. So we will pray to the God. No problem for us. Nothing we should have to worry about these things. Okay? So I am winding it up. So the answer for these things is there a God? Do you have proof for God? Is that as a driver, if there is no driver, the vehicle will collide. Same way, there is a driving force and He is the God. That is the proof. And what is the age of God? The age of God, there is no age for God. He should be from the beginning. If anybody is saying that He is such and such years before born, they are not gods. And who is a God in planet Mars? The answer is simple, that nowhere in the planet, nowhere in the universe we go, we doesn't see any God which we see and worship here. No gods, father, mother, brother, sister, son, daughter, nobody is seen there. Okay, then what is life? Life is a test, that whoever pray to God, his life is fulfilled, or whoever pray to some other things, he will go to the hell. And which is the biggest crime? The crime is that biggest crime for biggest sin is that worshipping an idol or thinking that God is this in some form of a human being, like these things. This is the biggest crime. We have to pray to the single God, and who is the real winner, and the person who is praying to the single God is the real winner, and who can be a role model. If I need to elaborate, it will take a little more time, so I am just stopping in the inshallah. The later times, if I have time, I'll explain all these things. So what I tell is that in whatever the language you can speak, you can ask this God, God save me, Allah save me, Bhagwan save me, Kadavul save me, Devam save me, Yahweh save me, whatever the God, whatever the language you can ask, but no idol should come in your mind. So do this. Try to understand, try to work hard on this issue. All the things which we are working here will be left over here. So try to work on the belief, and you will find the truth. And if you are trying to go towards the truth, God will definitely guide you towards the truth. So I am finishing this. All the praise in the whole universe. All the praise goes to that God, the single power who is maintaining all these things. He owes all the praise. Let peace be upon you.